Okay, I'm trying not to talk too much. This is our trip going north on the Jersey side from Frenchtown. It was a beautiful trail, kind of like a tunnel, but it got narrower and narrower. We went about 2 miles, and eventually it was like a payout. And then finally we just hit a chain link fence at an old factory. So we turned around. So we ended up on a state highway, and we ended up going around that factory, which it turns out is a super fun cleanup site, an old paper mill. In the town of Milford, we crossed over to Pennsylvania. Nice big bridge. And we ended up on the canal on the Pennsylvania side that goes north to Easton. And the canal is still pretty intact, full of water. And, there's the low bridge, everybody down, coming to a town. There was one bridge had been replaced, we had to ride over it. But you can see that this towpath could still operate. You could still pull a barge with a mule. There are no obstructions along the bank, which is kind of rare along these old canals. So it was a nice trail because there was a lot of stuff. Here's a coffee roasting place. The guy told me they've been there 8 years. There's the roaster. We did not try the coffee. Yeah, some of these bridges were really low. Not this one, but some of them. Closed bridge, always intriguing and tempting. Barbara stopped to take a picture. So this is an aqueduct. You can see the canal's up high and then there's a stream running under it. It's an engineering marvel. Oops. People had some very nice properties along here. Very, very nice place to live. That's an old inn. So I believe there's this is a sluice. They can change the level of the canal with this contraption. If there's too much water, they can let it out. They can raise and lower the canal, or drain the canal if they need to work on it. These are still operating, but there are no operating locks. They've modified all the locks, so they no longer operate to raise and lower boats to different levels of the canal. Canal still, of course, has those different levels, but the water just flows through now. There's another old mill of some kind. I don't know. Maybe a paper mill or a power plant. I don't know. These are the cliffs. The canal has a retaining wall along that road there. So this was a lock at one time, and now they're just letting the water run through it. They keep the lock closed. So you can see you go up, Matt's going up a little hill here, as the level of the canal changes. Louis Comfort. He was a comfort to his mama.
He was comfort. He was a comfort.
There's the old canal boat. Canals were built by Irish immigrants. Many died building these canals. 1830s. This is an aqueduct. It's another aqueduct. I think there's a video of this somewhere that you'll see. This is the stream that flows under it. There's a video where you can really see how the aqueduct, it's up in the air, the canal's up in the air. This is a beautiful house we passed, and I don't know what this means. I hope to live in the dream. Look at that beautiful farmland. That's your classic Pennsylvania architecture, the brownstone. You know, the biggest industry in Pennsylvania is agriculture. It's a very agricultural state. And Pennsylvania has more covered bridges than any other state. Here's another lock that's been, you know, it's just permanently closed, and they let the water run through to keep the canal full of water. Give you time to read this here. I'm sorry. You know, it's funny. You go back and pause it. Yeah, there's the aqueduct. See, the canal is on a bridge going over that little stream. But of course, this would have been followed here by a lock, because canals never run fast like that, because you could never pull a boat against that current. That's what they're all about. But this has been all, you know, boarded up, concreted up. So the water just flows through. This is probably that pipe is probably where they put it through to build the lock to let the boats up or down to a new level on the canal. The canals had a lot of problems because sometimes in the summer they would run out of water. The river would get too low, so they couldn't run. And then in the winter, they would freeze. Of course, they would freeze, and you couldn't get any shipping through. But when they operated, boy, it was really cheap. You know, it decreased the price of coal like 100 times. Originally, they carted coal to the cities in with wagons over roads, so the canals made it much cheaper. Trouble is they started building canals right about the time they invented the railroads. And of course the railroads could do it every day of the year, much cheaper, faster, and it destroyed them. Well, we saw this place and got thirsty for a beer, so we took care of that later. Here's some other, I don't know what this was, there's some mechanism here. And these are some old campers dumped in the woods. Very attractive. So we got up to this town, I forget the name, in Pennsylvania, and this is the bridge in that town. This bridge is amazing. It's just beautiful. A suspension bridge. Look at that. It's like a Rector set bridge, huh? Kind of looks like a miniature Manhattan bridge. Look at that, in operation. Let me pour a little more beer. Our intrepid traveler. Nice skies today, huh? Welcome to Pennsylvania. This is quite a wealthy area, a lot of summer homes, I think. So we stopped here for, oh, there it is. It's, what is it, Rigelsville? Rigelsville. We had a beer and some fries. It's funny around here, a lot of Germans, so they'll take the German guy's name, like Rigel, and then they'll add the French Ville. Kind of weird. There's that farmland. We're on our way back now. That's back through those cliffs. You see that retaining wall reflected in the water. I thought that was kind of funny. So now you see the canals on the right. We're going south. Back down to Frenchtown. Here's some condos going up. I wonder how that got through the town board, putting condos up in this neighborhood. This is Bucks County, known for summer houses. And beautiful stone houses. So now we're getting back toward Frenchtown. Here it opens up again. Look at those clouds. And we come up to a very nice covered bridge with an old lock there. We didn't see a lot of travelers. This place is painted up nice, isn't it? Hey! Thanks, Barbara, for the picture. Barbara always sends me a few so I can actually be in it. Look at this building. This is really beautiful, and there were two guys repointing the brick. What a beautiful little building. What a beautiful little building. It'll probably be a cafe or something. So we had a look at the Muellerstown Covered Bridge. 1832, County of Bucks. Yep, this is the Covered Bridge State, not Vermont. Some nice lighting here, huh? And sweating. So this is taking us right back to the bridge back over the Delaware to New Jersey and the town of Frenchtown. And again, wearing my safety green. There's Barbara with a nice building being restored, putting on a nice roof, kind of a slate look. This is the Delaware River from the bridge. It's the last large undammed river on the east coast of the United States. All this land was bought up during LBJ. They were going to build a huge dam, and it got stopped. This is Frenchtown, very cute, tiny little town, and we stopped in for coffee and stuff at the swanky little cafe that had really good coffee, excellent coffee, and some little trinkets for sale. So, let's see. Yep, that's about it. There's the local girls working on each other's hair. So that's it. One final picture of yours truly riding into the sunset. A great bike trail. Magical. Bye.